What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Chasing Sunsets. The last video was definitely packed. You didn't see a lot of it because of all the nudity with Jay, but a lot happened with her. We opened up, we did some stuff with her physically a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. The CEO found us in the shower together. That was interesting. And at the very end, we kind of learned that Mallory is like 99% of the mother. So I don't even know what that means. I guess we're gonna find out. All right, before we begin, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Let's see what in the hell that end of that chapter means. Let's go. Last playthrough, autosave to page 9, slot 5. Okay, I don't really use the autosave, so that doesn't matter to me. I always just do my own. Chapter 5, Crossroads. I think it's what, 7 chapters? So, Riser headquarters 16 years ago. You wanted to see me, sir? Jesus, Devin. Have you been sleeping under an overpass? Nope, sir. Just a rough night. Ah, yes. Dr. Forrester resigned. Probably for the best. Now you'll be free to focus entirely on Crucible. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I don't think I heard you correctly. I'm done too, Roger. Consider this my notice. Comedian figure gets up from behind his desk and regards the city throughout the nearby window. The company has sunk nearly $2 billion in Crucible, into your vision. You think we'll just let you walk away with us holding the bag because you can't deal with rejection? It's not that simple. Some of the resources I need are irreplaceable. Now, doesn't he look like the guy from Fresh Women? Probably the same model. Turning back towards Devin, Roger sees. I want designer babies wrapped up in neat little packages so I could sell to soccer moms in royalty. I want perfect little artists, genius, and athletes people take out a second mortgage to afford. Instead, you've cost me 10 years in the GDP of Belize trying to replicate your offish crush. Wait, you knew? I tolerated it because it was moving the tech forward and at least your conscience. But if you think I'll let you walk away this close to the finish line, you've sorely misjudged me. There is no mistaking the threat in Roger's voice, so Devin considers his next words carefully. Short sabbatical then, just to get my focus back. Say 6 months? Roger seems on the verge of lashing out again, but at last speaks in a cold, measured tone. Very well. Get your head back in the game, then we'll expect you to finish what you started. Oh, and Devin, do me a favor, stay in town, would ya? Yes, sir. Thank you for understanding. Devin departs with the enthusiasm of a man anxious to be anywhere else on Earth. As Roger grimly watches him leave, another man enters through the same door in a neatly pressed suit. What do you think, Vince? He'll cut and run. As I see it, he's our biggest liability right now. No, we have a bigger one. Sarah Forrester resigned yesterday. Ah, the lady doctor who's been poking around in the pregnant archives. Uh-huh. That complicates things. Liquidating 2 problems from the same department will draw attention. Just keep an eye on them for now. Carrots before sticks, Vincent. Postponing the inevitable adds risks. Completely avoidable risk. But a calculated one to recoup our investment. We won't burn bridges before their time. Interesting. So they had them killed? Is that what that implication is? That the reason the parents are dead was because of them? And I just got off the phone with George. He says those patent forms haven't arrived. He told me they'd be in his hand yesterday. I delegated to the new guy. Delegated? The deadline was 3 hours ago. Fuck. Yeah, well, you know how hard it is to find good help these days. Oof, don't say that. Lisa gives the woman an ironic glare. Yes, reminders are everywhere. Here's one mystery solved anyway. The package is right here where I left it. Let's go explain to the boss why a life-saving clinical trial got delayed because of a mailroom mix-up. I'd love to, but I'm expecting a call. I can send Chris right over as soon as he's back from break. Please do. 10 minutes later, a nervous-looking Christian catches up to Lisa outside Sarah's office. Annette said you wanted to see me right away? Not particularly, but I suppose we should at least go through the motions. Lisa's eyes are drawn to several poorly concealed bruises on Christian's arm. I don't understand. Do you need something from me? Just answers. Did Annette ask you to deliver anything to Wentworth, Turner, and Hooch yesterday? No, she had me on receivables. She was gone for the day when I wrapped up. Thanks, Chris. This isn't on you. In fact, you can take the rest of the day off. As Lisa disappears in Sarah's office, Christian breathes a sigh of relief. Fuck. If she'd seen me, it would have been over. Need to get off this floor. In spite of his apprehension, he finds himself eavesdropping on a conversation in Sarah's office. Sarah, I located his missing documents. I could drop them by George's office on my way home. Thank goodness. Where were they? Right where I left them. Annette says her new guy spaced it. Well, that's disappointing. Everyone makes mistakes. But throwing her employees under the bus to protect herself is becoming a pattern. I see it too. How do you want it handled? You're an executive now. That's your solution. Annette has potential, but she's selfish and ambitious. She won't change her behavior on her own. I agree. So? I'll tell her that her promotions hinge on a rate your manager survey her employees fill out. Very clever. Nullifying one flaw with another. I approve. So, what's the story with the kid she tried to burn? He interviewed well, but he keeps to himself. Seems focused and hardworking enough, but... But what? I've noticed bruises on him a few times. He tries to hide them under his long sleeves. Maybe he's in a fight club, on a rugby team, or... He must have an abuser. He wouldn't hide the marks if he wasn't ashamed of them. Tread lightly, but put some thought into how we can help him without making things worse. Of course, Sarah. Interesting. So it's Lisa before she's the CEO. Interesting. I finally have some downtime to get caught up on my journal. Everything has been nuts since the typhoon. I need to do better at this. Writing helps keeps Dad's memory alive. Life has been like drinking from a fire hose since David was killed. The number of things going on in my life are difficult to keep track of. Some of it is just too volatile to even put into writing. So where to start? I suppose I should start with Lisa. Figured her walking in on my shower with Jay was going to blow up in a big way. Turns out she had something else on her mind. Yes, you had that meeting with her. Morning after. Upon entering your room, Lisa's demeanor turns contemplative. She seems out of her element. I hope this isn't a lecture, because I'm not in the mood. No, that's a conversation for another time. Alex, sit. Your usual tone of command is gone, replaced by a sympathetic gravitas that lowers your guard. George received a call earlier. I came looking for you, but you were occupied. And given the state I found you in, I figured it could wait. It seemed I was wrong. A call? From who? The family liaison officer assigned to James and Sarah's incident in Scotland. Oh. Lupin J, hear her out. If it's something about the parents, Jay kind of needs to know this. I should get Jay. You can fill her in afterwards if you want. This really concerns you. I don't understand. Your folks came to visit you in Sicily shortly before the accident. That's right. Do you remember anything that seemed out of the ordinary when they were there with you? No, you were just so happy to see each other. Everything else just faded into the background. I remember how excited they were to see you again. Where are you going with this, Lisa? Inspector Stewart wants to set up a video interview with you soon. He has some questions. I don't know how I can help. I was 2,000 miles away when it happened. Me either. George has put out some feelers with the Lord Advocate's office to confirm, but... Say it. Alex, I think the police suspect that what happened with your mom and dad wasn't an accident. Oh shit. Which, judging by what we just saw, makes sense. What a gut punch. I thought I moved past it, only to get yanked right back to that moment. I keep trying to remember details, or if anything seemed off, but nothing stands out. I still had to share Lisa's news with Jay. Wasn't sure how'd she take it. On top of that, we still discussed the night we spent together, and what it meant. With Jay being Jay, it didn't take long for her to find me. This is the last of it. Oliver says we're pulling into dry dock soon. You all packed? Oh, hey sis. Instead of replying, Jay just stares at you with a predatory gleam in her eye. So I talked to Lisa. And she doesn't want to talk about Lisa. As it's spring-loaded, Jay hurls herself at you like a ravenous ginger tiger. Oh fuck! Jay, this isn't even your diary! Tackle! Oof! This is gonna suck without... To your pleasant surprise, you come to rest on the springy softness of your mattress. You officially now have permission to read my diary whenever you want. This feels familiar. Oof, not familiar enough if you ask me. I can get used to it, we aren't kids anymore. Oh, we're just gonna keep going down her road, so... Be careful what you wish for. Who knows how a full body tackle could escalate. Jay's eyes grow hungrier, and you feel a wanton tension in your body. So... Your sudden kiss is intensified by the scent of her hair and the taste of her lip gloss. What did? Body trembles as a second kiss inflames her need. Lisa have to say. Raw passion and willing body against you nearly causes you to surrender entirely to instinct. Are they cutting us loose? Is she blackmailing us? Is George having a panic attack? Please say yes. Not exactly. It'd be so bad if we had to forget about all this estate bullshit and just go home. Jay moans hungrily into the kiss as she presses her mound against you and your tonsils duel. To work on more important things. Sis, it's about mom and dad. She recoils in surprise. Wait, what? The mood shattered, Dre withdraws and sits somberly on the end of the bed. Yeah, I guess the police have some questions for me. Jay's curiosity is piqued. Any idea why? It's just an educated guess, but Lisa thinks they suspect foul play. Jay's shoulders slump slightly, yet she seems almost relieved. Not quite the reaction I was expecting. Jay's eyes harden, and she meets your gaze again. Part of me never accepted that Dad just lost control. That just wasn't him. I knew better. Deep down, I did too. You feel your own anger begin to rise in an answer to your sister's. Sis, if it's true... If it's true, Alex, throat punches are back on the menu. Yeah, we'd have to do something. The two of you sit in silence for a moment, before Jay circles back. Looking back, I think my throat punches were just repressed feelings. It'd be kind of fucked up if they were. but wrestling with you is one of my favorite memories. I bet. Oh, speaking of memories. Oh god. Wow. No blood relation, Alex. No blood relation. Jade reaches under your bed and produces the gift bag she fell overboard pursuing. Excuse me. Happy birthday, Alex. Oh shit, that's right. Happy birthday. It's not much. Remember when I missed your Lakeland game? Only for the rest of my life. Ass. So I tracked down Brian Smith and asked if he kept the ball from the opening pitch. Turns out he did. When I told him why I wanted it, he just gave it to me outright. But Lakeland forfeited. We never played. No, that's not the point. I really let you down, and this is my apology. You can hold it in your hand whenever you want. Wow, I forgot it was our birthday? No biggie. Who's keeping score? Don't be ridiculous. Here. Oh, yeah. The toy we bought her. You sentimental thank you to Tara as you reach behind your rucksack. Presenting a box to Jay, her eyes widen in surprise, and she squeals delightedly. You did remember! Oh my god, what's in the box? All hands on deck, please. Man the ropes. Just open it later, sis. Oliver needs us. Jay shoots you a petulant look. But no! Sorry, girl, I gotta wait. With the sunset and dry dock, finding accommodations was her next problem. Lisa wanted to turn to Boston, but George wouldn't hear it. Even his backup plans have backups, so he already had his eye on a place to stay. Worse, he sent me to seal the deal. This looks like the address. Someone's living in the high life. Begin scanning for potted plants as you approach the door. Feel like I've seen this fern someplace before. Deja vu, I guess. Yep, he's right where George said it would be. Locking the door, you step into the impressive estate. Coffee and bacon? George said this place would be empty. Air conditioning is on too. Someone's living here. Quick look around the main floor reveals no clues. Maybe somebody's upstairs? About to climb the stairs, you notice the yard door is ajar. Hello? Anyone home? Well, unfortunately, I had to cut out a bit of a scene there because Bianca here is topless. So this is Bianca. We don't really know anything about her yet. Just that she was a little hot and bothered there and was about to do some stuff until we kind of told her who we were. So that's fun. Now we're talking about Jay because she thinks we're a lost cause. So that's fun. I haven't seen her since she was yay high. Bianca brightens suddenly as she begins to connect the dots. So, your sister's here too? But Sophie, I just love that woman to pieces. Yes, but not with me. Look, I wasn't expecting to find anyone here. Why not? I live here. I don't think George knew about your divorce, and we're in a bit of a bind. What sort of bind? We were staying on the yacht, and it was damaged in the storm. Ah, and George remembered old Gary Nesbitt's cheaty smash pad right on the beach. That about the size of it? Something like that. I don't think he used the word cheaty smash pad though. Bianca thinks for a moment. How many are we talking? And for how long? It would be myself, George, Lisa, Jay, Oliver, Sophie, Chef Tanaka, and one more. Bianca does the math in her head. So 7 rooms for how long? I don't know, a month or less? Well, girls' night in the hot tub with Sophie does sound like a hoot. Don't forget a live-in chef. I like where your head's at. As she considers, you see Bianca's eyes involuntarily wander back to your chest. But I still need a pool boy. Not part of the deal. I think we can work something out. You know, she's very playful. Let's do that. You know, I picked up some Tantra in Berlin. As in massage? You don't say. I'm betting that after a couple weeks, you'll hate to see us leave. You think? Paint a picture for me. Imagine waking up to a chef's breakfast, then taking your mornings by the pool. Outlines are coming into focus for me. Bottomless mimosas and rum punch until the days get too hot. Something's getting hot, alright. Keep talking. Then there's my pool services. But I'd attend to anything that needs a man's touch, of course. Bite your lip at tiny involuntary moan escapes. I was gonna say yes anyway, but damn if you didn't just sell it. You won't regret it, I hope. So yes, we're moving in. More boobs. Sunset's damage meant she'd be in dry dock until she was sold next month. We spent several evenings boxing up and warehousing mom's and dad's belongings. When we were all done, all that was left was to say goodbye to her. Alex, I'm going ashore. Come now, there's nothing left to do here. I'll just be another minute, Oliver. I hear we have you to thank for arranging our temporary accommodations. One less worry, I guess. How long do you think she'll be in dry dock? Difficult to say. Often, the worst damage is visible. She's a tough old girl, though. A little kindness. She'll sail true once again. I did recover a bottle of Diplomatico from my cabin. Join me for a toast in the Indomitable Woman. Oh, two Indomitable Women. We talk about Jay, Sophie, or the Sunset. A drink to any of them. I'll let you decide. Though very quiet toasts pair best with Miss Naughty. Do I detect a hint of fear in your voice, oh Captain, my Captain? Respect. Both her sense of hearing and creativity on matters of revenge are legendary. He chuckled quietly as the captain departs, whistling La Vie en Rose cheerily to himself. I know that song. He's right, you know. Jay's voice startles you, coming seemingly out of nowhere on a boat you thought yourself alone on. You finally spot her sitting on the shadowed steps to the upper deck. He's right about what? Sometimes the worst damage isn't visible. I know we haven't had a chance to talk about the other night. Jay gets up and walks towards you, cutting off what you're about to say with a raised hand. Right now, there's something else I want to talk to you about. Well, that's ominous. Should I be protecting my airway? I mean, he's probably not around there. Jay lets on for a moment and doesn't meet your eyes. Alex, have you let yourself grieve for mom and dad yet? I mean, really? Of course I have, there just hasn't been time. Judging by what we know about his life since then, he hasn't done anything. Really. Like, as soon as he found out, he was rushed home. And it's been such a roller coaster since then. Right now, I just need to focus on honoring their last wishes. I can worry about me later. I just realized that I had Tara and my circle of friends to rely on when I heard the news. When Jay's eyes finally find yours, they're brimming with care and empathy. You were all alone, and you never even had time to heal from losing your best friend. You got my call about mom and dad while the wound was still fresh from losing David. The truth of her words hits you like a truck, and you feel a sudden tightness in your chest. I see you carry all this guilt, but you have to know they never thought any less of you for leaving. How do you? Both of them were so goddamn proud of you, always. Sometimes it felt a little unfair, competing against your shadow. Emotions you've kept locked down for months begin to overwhelm your ability to suppress them. Jay, stop. You can't just let me off the hook like that. I don't get to just walk away from the consequences of my decisions. I understood you better than you give them credit for, and they knew you'd find your way home. All they ever really wanted was for us to rebuild the bridges between us, and it's happening. The trickle of emotion becomes a raging torrent, and you find yourself unable to speak. Collapsing to your knees, you bow your head as the tears you've long denied yourself burst free. Jay kneels next to you and wraps you in a hug. Facing her loss is the one thing I can't do without you, Alex. It's okay to need me too. No. That's all I have to say about that. That's kind of a weird way to end that. One thing I'm grateful for is that George kept Jay and I busy studying under Lisa. There's an indescribable tension between the two of us we try our best to hide. Lisa is a harsh taskmistress, but occasionally her mask slips and I see a hint of her warmer side. Mallory's real silence bothers me. Everything seemed fine when we split up at the airport. Did I mess up somehow? I haven't seen her at the annex, and I haven't had time to visit the labs. Hope, for all of our sakes, everything went smoothly with Amanda's treatment. After tomorrow's session with Lisa, it's time for me to head over to Sophie's office for answers. Huh, sis checking in? Hey you, what you doing? Chilling in my room, catching up on my journal. Ooh, writing anything juicy? Not really, just everything that's been happening since the storm. Anything about us? Why ruin the surprise? You're just gonna steal it and read everything anyway. Ouch. True story. Oh, speaking of surprises. Where'd you find Han? I still can't believe it. Oh yeah. Some luck, really. Sorry he's not factory sealed. And it smells like pot stickers. Ouch. Shut up. You mean my year. I can't wait to show you how much it meant to me. Oh. I've got him on my nightstand. Guess who I think of every time I look at him. Glad I didn't blow it. Yes, I made the right choice. Want to get some coffee before meeting Lisa at the office tomorrow? George me has on assignment, so I won't be around until later. Anything I should know about? Nothing exciting. Just duty. You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. Ha! I see what you did there. No, just picking up snack cakes for George's sad and debilitating addiction. Trust me, Alex. When that happens, it won't be a chore. It'll be me achieving my final form. Buckle up, Buttercup. I'm scaroused. Should I wear my pads? You've had worse ideas. Just give me a little longer. I've waited a long time for this. I want everything to be perfect. But you've been so amazing. I think you deserve a sneak peek of something I tried on for the occasion. Okay, now that I'm far enough in the picture, not gonna jinx it by putting all these expectations on us. It'll happen when it happens, and it'll be perfect no matter what, because it's you, and you're worth the wait. After frantic typing back on and off, God damn it, Alex, why do you have to be so freaking good at everything? Read that last line again, only slowly. Oh. Damn it. Now I can concentrate. I gotta go. Mwah. Love you. I didn't think we'd ever talk this freely again. I guess I'd better do my pool boy gig if I want to finish up before dark. And that's a great place to leave it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Oh, a lot happened. Every single episode now. That's great. Loving it. We're getting pretty fast through these chapters at this point. It seems like. I'm hoping these last ones are longer, because it seems chapter 4 is kind of short to me. But I hope you're enjoying the series. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you all in the next one.